What's up, Brozones? Welcome to the Ozone and welcome to another Gravity Falls video. Today, I don't really know what's going to go down. I don't know if this is going to be a decoding video or if it's going to be a this is not a website.com video or if it's literally just going to be like a one-off sort of thing. But there are a few things that I want to do today, and I think it's going to not wrap things up because I'm not ending anything, but it's going to tie things together really nicely so that we can kind of continue with the website and kind of finish it off. So I don't know if this is going to be one of like an official like website video, but I do think we're going to solve some big things here today. So the first thing that I want to do is probably the most ambitious project yet, and it is Silly Straws. So Silly Straws is a page in the Book of Bill, and it's insane, all right? Like, you've got lots of other different codes in the book. So you have the mug code, you have A1Z26s around, you have, you know, the other substitution ciphers, and then you come down to here and you have Silly Straws. Now, we've actually solved one of these. It's this one right here. It's the Queb Als Quillo, whatever. I have the answer to it right here. It was something about the dentist or something, or like Doctor a day keeps the apple away. Oh yeah, it says thy doctor said. Oh no, it says the doctor. By the way, I messed it up somehow, but it says the doctor says 3 sips a day will make the visions go away. So that's one of them. Which actually, looking at that again now, with the context of like, with the context of Bill's home dimension, Euclidia, that's actually kind of like, ooh, is Bill having visions? Or is this just like generally speaking? Or is this actually talking about Bill having a sip from a silly straw? Like, I'm wondering what the overall theme of this page is going to be, because it seems like the hardest to decode so far. And it could have the biggest lore in it. You know that the page called Silly Straws is going to be the page with the biggest lore. So we got a few different codes down here. This number code, I have looked at outside of episodes, and I have absolutely no idea what's going on. But the letter codes, I haven't tried anything on yet other than Caesar 3. So let's try all the other Caesar ciphers, right? Because you have 25 different variations, or you have 25 different keys for the Caesar cipher. So we're going to try all 25 today. And you're probably thinking that is going to be a very lengthy process, especially if you don't have a system to do it for you. Well, I do. It's called the Visionaire cipher, because guess what? A Visionaire cipher is just every single Caesar cipher. It's a table of every single Caesar cipher with every single key down the side, right? So if you shift it 1 across, then you get A is equal to B, B is equal to C. If you shift it 10 across, A is equal to K, B is equal to L, etc. So I'm showing you here, if you have the code IDOV, for example, which doesn't mean anything, that's like some ciphertext that we need to crack. If you just have your key as one letter, that is essentially a Caesar cipher. You're essentially shifting it all, well, in this case, as an A, it's 0 letters across. But if I was to turn this into a B, we're now going 1 letter back, right? We are going from an I to a H, a D to a C, O to an N, V to a U. Now if I shift it to a C, that's not a C. If I shift it to a C, we get an I to a G, a D to a B, O, M, V, T. But if I shift it to a D, bam, Fools. It spells fools from Gravity Falls. So this is a big tool that I can use. And I am going to use that because I am literally going to put each code in here and go through every single letter of the alphabet. So be prepared for me to solve these if they are Caesar ciphers. I genuinely don't know what else they could be, because we've tried Caesar 3, we've tried @bash. I don't think there's any other really, like, unless I'm just completely unaware of them, there aren't really any ciphers out there which are kind of variations of those things, but with different, I don't know, unless it's a It's one of the, what's it called? There's a cipher which is Visionaire, except your key is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's just the alphabet, so it goes through, it like shifts, with every letter, it shifts the alphabet one more, and it's quite a cool cipher. But yeah, I don't think there's any other things that it could be. Maybe I'm just lacking cipher knowledge, like cryptology knowledge, but this is really cool, by the way. I didn't realize how cool this was when I made it. I'm really proficient in Excel, so that's why. Okay, so silly straws. So this was the one that we solved before, and I'm going to show you that this is going to work, okay? I'm going to show you. I just need to copy this into here. Can I rotate? Can I rotate in Google Sheets? I should never have done this in Google Sheets, man. You know what? I don't think we can rotate, but it's fine. We got Q, E, B, A, L, Z, Q, L, O, P, X, V, P, Q, E, O, B, B, P, F, M, P, X, A, X, V, L. So we've written it all down, and there it is right there laid out. Our key was 3 letters forward, I think. So I think it's an X. There we go. I need to pull these formulas down, unless, actually, I need to do X, 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 X. There we go. So my output here, this is not a very good way to do it. I'll just read it down. The doctor says 3 sips a day. O. I don't know why there's an O there. The doctor says 3 sips a day will make the visions go away. So there you go. That proves to you that this works, okay? We just need to do that for every single one. Okay, so I've got my Silly Straws page up because there are actually some here which like go in the margins, and this picture that I have on the screen isn't exactly the best for this sort of thing, but I'm going to print this out just so you can see. Now, the reason, and here's a little bit of cryptology stuff for you if you're interested. I do, in fact, think that this is a Caesar in some capacity, and the reason that I think that straight away is because here we've got VLOOB, and this is quite a common... how do I say it? This is quite a common way to structure a word, I guess, is A, B, C, C, D, if you know what I mean. You have the same letter, like you have double letter bigrams. You wouldn't tend to see that as much with things like Visionaires, because, yeah. So that gives me hope. And there are quite a few O's as well in this code, so I'm thinking O could be maybe an E, or it could be... I think an O can only be an E actually in this, unless it's maybe like an S or a P or something. I don't know what it could be. Anyway, let's type this one in as best as we can. And even with like seeing in between the margin, like seeing in the margin of the book, it's really difficult to see. But I think we've got L, X, VVB, there's another double letter bigram, H, D, W, H, U, E, D, E, B. Oh my gosh, I just had a brainwave. So I can't actually see some of the letters in this middle of the book, right? But the last word is vloob, and I know that these rhyme. And I'm seeing EL something something OB. I can only assume it's going to be an E-loob here and a V-loob here. So funnily enough, I think I can tell that this is a Caesar, because even though it's ciphertext, it still rhymes. Isn't that so freaking cool? I love cryptology so much. So I think it's an E-loob. E-loob? Oh god. Okay, so I think it's going to be that. Well, I don't know what this is going to give me. So we tried this already. We've tried this particular cipher, which is 3 letters forward, and we know that it doesn't give us anything. But we haven't tried all of the others. So let's start from the beginning with an A. And we only need to see like the first few words to actually see if it's going to come out as anything. So A doesn't work. A is just like copying the ciphertext, so it isn't technically part of the thing. C, D. There it is! There it is! This one is 3 letters back. Okay, so the first one that we did, the first one that we solved, was 3 letters forward. This one is 3 letters back, just like in the show. So this says, I don't know what it says. Ussi. What is this then? Oh, maybe it's an I. Yes. Okay, it's an I. So, Fussy Eater, Baby Bill, wouldn't drink unless it's silly. Oh! Fussy Eater, Baby Billy wouldn't drink unless it's silly. Oh, that's amazing. That's so good. I'm so glad we're solving this. This is amazing. Okay. I have a feeling there's something bigger here. These silly straws. There's something going on with these silly straws. The doctor says 3 sips a day will make the visions go away. He wouldn't drink unless it's silly straws. Like, these are silly codes that we're decoding, but maybe there's some darker undertones here, and I'm really hoping there are, because that will just make my year. That will make my year. So we've solved that one. There is one more letter code to go. And I'm imagining it's probably going to be the same. It's probably just going to be 3 letters back, isn't it? So let's decode this green one over here. I really like my idea, though, of what the solution could have been, which is that this page is a parallel to this page. And so you got like all these numbers here with the branches, and it actually corresponds to something here, because like this goes up the trunk and then this comes up like here. It's really cool. And this is x equals a, so that makes sense. Like, that would have been so cool. I don't know why it says x equals a, by the way. I think maybe that's just saying Caesar cipher. But there you go. So we're going to take a screenshot of this one, this curly straw, and then see if we can do this one. GRFWRURIDGLIIH. Okay, this one should be fine. Yes! Yes! Okay, so the one that we'd solved before was 3 letters forward. These ones are 3 letters back. Which I actually am quite surprised at that. I thought it was going to be a lot more complicated, but maybe I was overcomplicating it. So, what does this say? Doctor of a different kind who wants to make his patients blind. Eh? Eh? What does that mean? Doctor of a different kind who wants to make his patients blind. I'm confused, man. I'm confused with what these are giving us, so I don't really know. Anyway, so the doctor says 3 sips a day will make the visions go away. Fussy Eater Baby Billy won't drink unless it's silly. Doctor of a different kind who wants to make his patients blind. Fine. How does that help me? Or like what is that doing? I don't really know. Now all that we've got on silly straws, which like I'm impressed that we actually did that. We did that in like 20 minutes as well. Now all that's left is the numbers. And the numbers is going to be what kills me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the numbers. And I'm going to see if I can see any pattern or anything. If I solve this today, I'm going to... I don't know. I don't think... I don't have any ideas. 450, 10, 628, 19... See, a lot of these are 3-digit numbers, but then not all of them are 3-digit numbers. So that's also why I'm very confused here. 25, 256, 27, 532, 212, 506, 18. Thing is, as I say, a lot of these are 3 numbers. And I'm seeing 1 or 2 repeats, but not really. Like, it's not like these numbers are going to each represent a letter. You're going to have to do something with these numbers. I'm just going to sit here and think in silence for like 10 minutes and then I'll come back to you. Oh, never mind. I thought there were repeats, but there aren't. All of these are unique numbers. And there's more than 26 as well, right? Yeah, there's 30. 30 numbers. What can I do with numbers? Oh, is it going to be like that blind code that we found? What if I add the digits? 2 plus 1 plus 5 is 8. That's going to be... what letter of the alphabet? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. H, I mean, that's a good start. 8 plus 8 is 16 plus 5 is 21. 21st letter of the alphabet isn't going to be a vowel, is it? It's going to be Z26, Y25, X24, W23, V. Oh, U. Is it U? Hang on a second. U. U. Yeah, U is the 21st letter of the alphabet. Wait a second. 1 plus 1 plus 7 is 9. Am I onto something, or is this false hope? Let me get rid of all this. What was I doing? 9th letter of the alphabet is a H. No, an I. Yeah, that can't be anything. Yeah, because we got another I. And then we got a B. Damn it, I really thought that would be something. Unless maybe you then put that through a Caesar. We can try it. No, there's nothing there. So that's a dead end. I don't know. Because also, it's quite erratic with like how many digits as well. So you've got 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 4, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4. No pattern. What if you split it like to 215, 858, 17, 450, 10. I mean, I guess this 1, 9. Yeah, see, that doesn't make any sense. 1, 9. If you cut them in half, though, you do get like... Are all of these going to be times? To be fair, you don't ever get anything above 60. Right? 9, 5, 1, 2, 5, 2, 56. I mean, this is... I wouldn't say it's working because I don't know what... Like, I can't prove to you that it's working in a conventional sense. But also, like, why would you have 1, 9, but then you have 5, 0, 6? Unless it's 56. Could it be the other way? I don't know, man. That's weird. 5, 6, 1, 8, 13, 17, 1, 1, 3, 7, 2, 21, 6, 58. These do look like times. Because you never... If this is the minute, and this is the second, you never get anything above 60 in the seconds and in the minutes. It's just, this whole code is really strange for that erraticness, right? But as soon as you split it, it seems to have some consistency in a way. And again, no number here is above 60. They are all valid. Hang on, 30. 30. Wait, so these are time stamps? Are they time stamps? But time stamps to what? To the episodes? To the Gravity Falls episodes? Hang on. How many? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could do this a much faster way with Excel, but I can't think of how to do that right now. I mean, there's not enough for one for each episode. But also 23, 24. Oh, hang on. I just thought something. 31. How many episodes were there in season 1? 20? And then you have 11 episodes. The 11th episode is A Tale of Two Stands, which is 30 minutes long. No. Am I right about that? I can't think. I just got the chills. Oh, this is so tricky. I need to... Do I need to go through every episode? Nah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Okay, so the thing is, I could be onto something amazing here, but I also just could be... I could not. I could be going down a rabbit hole that just isn't working. Let's return to the very first episode.
What's up, Brozones?
Of my Gravity Falls series, because I don't think I have the original like Gravity Falls episodes, but I do, of course, have it all. I have my full reactions here, and you can subscribe to my Patreon today to go and watch the full things. It's in the description. But 2:15. So let's go 2:15 into the first episode. I don't know what I'm looking for though. That's the thing. So 2:15. I need to find the start of the episode.
Gravity Falls Season 1, Episode 1. Let's get straight into it.
1:16. So 2:15 after 1:16 is 3:31. Is there going to be something at 3:31?
Oh, great Uncle Stan. Okay. He has a magic 8 ball on us.
Our uncle had transformed.
Worth it.
Oh no, it's not magic.
This is the place that I've come to. But what am I looking for? Am I looking for a letter?
Okay, it's
He called the mystery
a
shack.
billiards ball.
The real mystery was why anyone came.
Ladies and gentlemen, behold, the Sasquatch.
Could it be that? Could it be the Sasquatch?
Behold,
The Sasquatch. But... Oh, I really don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know. Those look like times, though. They look like timestamps. What am I looking for? 31st episode of Gravity Falls. Is the 31st episode A Tale of Two Stands? Because that's the first episode that's over 30 minutes long, I think. So it has to be. 2:15, 8:58, 1:17, 4:50. Yeah, like what am I looking for? What am I looking for? Nah, it can't be. So we have 20 episodes in season 1. I was right about that. But then you have 1, 2, 3. So here we go. The 31st episode is not what he seems. But that wasn't 30 minutes long. Was it? No, I swear it was not what he seems was like 20 minutes long, and then A Tale of Two Stands was 30. I don't know. Now hang on a second, but what is this supposed to give us? Because if this gives us one letter, no, it's not going to give us a letter. It's going to, surely it gives us a word each. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. This is hard to solve, unless it's. Wait, season 2, episode 15. 8 minutes 58. Season 1, 17, 4 minutes 50. Season 1, episode 10, 6:28. Season 1, episode 9, 2:11. Wait, that works! That works. Okay. I mean, it might work. So let's try out season 2, episode 15, 8 minutes 58. So what's episode 15? Season 2, episode 15 is The Last Mabelcorn. Okay, so we can do that. And then 8 minutes 58. This is going to be hard to figure out. 8:50. Okay, let me write this down.
What's up, Brozo?
Oh my god, this is 2 hours long. How did you guys sit through this? 8:58, The Last Mabelcorn. So, we need to find where The Last Mabelcorn started. I love my Ford cosplay here. Well, it's not actually a Ford cosplay, I don't think, but...
15. Let's go.
Season 2, episode 15. Thank you, Ozone. So, we start at 1:30. So, 8 minutes... Thankfully, I didn't pause throughout any of these episodes. So, 1:30 plus 8:58 is going to be 10 minutes... 10 minutes 28. So, at 10 minutes 28, this is so... this is like... Yeah, here we go. Okay. Oh my god.
That bird is fine.
Oh my god. Mabel.
So what is Bill exactly?
No one knows for sure.
If I have to decode all that binary,
True motivations and origins.
The site. See, I don't know what I'm looking for. But also, it could be any of these because I... Oh, this is so difficult. I think what we're supposed to do is... This might be my hardest one yet. I think what we're supposed to do, and I think I might be right about this because it looks like... It looks accurate as I see it. I think what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to go Season 2, Episode 15, 8 minutes 58 in. And then from that, it's going to give us a word that one of the characters says or something. And then I think we're going to get 1, 2, 3... I mean, we're going to get like 15 words. But wait. Wait, there's 13... Hang on a second. Oh, this is supposed to be a 2. I am an idiot. I just copied it down wrong. This is supposed to be a 2. This is supposed to be a 2. That makes more sense. This is supposed to be a 2. So 20 minutes 43 in to Season 1, Episode 12. Okay, but I'm really confused now because there are 31... Did I count wrong? Equals count... Is that right? How many are there here? 31. So wait, 31? Why have we got an odd number? This is ridiculous, by the way. This is so ridiculous. Why the hell? Why? Why, Alex? Okay, guys, I have the episode. I have the true form of the episode so that it isn't overcomplicated. At the beginning, we have this Disney XD intro, which cuts off about 3 or 4 seconds. So I'm wondering if it's this as the start of the episode or this as the start. But I'm gonna take it as 4 episodes out, or 4 seconds out. So we need episode 15 of season 2, which is the last Mabelcorn. We need 8:58 in. So that's actually gonna be 9:02. Right? So it is around here. So let's go back a little bit.
Origins. I know he's older than our galaxy and far more twisted. Without a physical form, he can only project
I just don't know. It could be any of those words.
galaxy and far more twisted.
Galaxy and far more twisted. I need to read this at some point. 8:58. 8:58 plus 4 seconds is 9:02. So what does he say at 9:02?
Than our galaxy and
Galaxy? Can a sentence start with galaxy? This is hard. Maybe we should take, I don't know how to do this. Right, what I'm gonna do, this is going to be long. Like, this is gonna take a while. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a range. I'm gonna take the sentence. I'm gonna take the sentence that the person says where that timestamp falls into. So it should be 9:02. So what is the full sentence?
So what is Bill exactly?
no one knows for sure. Accounts differ of his true motivations and origins. I know he's older than our
I know he's older. Here we go. I'm gonna do. I know he's older than our galaxy. Our galaxy.
galaxy and far more twisted.
And far more twisted. Also, I just realized something. I swear to God, if that's a freaking mug stain cipher, I'm gonna go insane. I think Alex Harsh just made me go insane. So, I mean, I do have like 12 words here, but I've got, I know he's older than our galaxy and far more twisted. So could it start with I? It absolutely could. Could it start with no? Debatable. He's, it definitely could. Older, I don't think so. Than, I don't know. Our could be. And, don't know. Far, maybe. More, maybe. Twisted. I just don't know which one of those words it is. This is going to be really difficult. I think that's, I mean, that's all. Was there a break as well? No, there's like no breaks in this. I'm just wondering, I don't know how to do this. It's really hard to figure out the exact word that I think it wants me to figure out. Unless I'm just doing this wrong. I don't know what to do. I don't know. 8:58.
His true motivations and
His true motivations. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to leave it there because I know that is how it's going to be done. The big clues that I see here are 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 11. Why is there an 11? Hang on 1 second. Oh, there's 32. I just missed one in the margin. Okay, that makes sense. So it should actually be more like this. I think it's going to be 1 something. But yeah, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. So all of them are 2s and 1s. And then in between, you've got numbers that are always below 60, or always below 20 on this, or below like 25 on this one, below 60 on this one. These have to be timestamps from each of the episodes. I can't, and like, this is really cool, by the way. This is a cool cipher. But it's so subjective as to what word I should be taking. So unless I'm doing this completely wrong, I mean, no, unless I'm, hang on, what am I trying to say? If I'm right about what I just tried to do, then can you let me know in the comments? And I'm sure you will let me know. You're very good at letting me know. You're very good at letting me know spoilers, and you're very good at letting me know hints to codes and stuff. So I'm sure you'll be so happy to tell me. But if I am correct in what I just said, then tell me. Just say you are correct. Okay? Don't say anything else. Don't say... If you've got any tips as to how I can make it easier for myself to actually solve it myself, then that would be great. If I haven't got it correctly, please don't tell me the correct way to do it. But I feel like that's it. I just don't think I have it yet, because I don't know how to pinpoint. I don't know how to triangulate the correct word here. No pun intended. Triangulate. But I don't know. I feel like that's it. And I feel like if I sit here and continue trying to work it out, I'm going to have a mental breakdown. So respect to all the people who did actually solve this when this all came out. But I think that might be the solution. If that is the solution, I don't know where we'll go from here. We will either try again to pinpoint it, if you guys can give me some methods of doing that, or I will just look up the solution, and that will be that. And I will credit the people who found that first. I don't know. I don't see any other solution to these numbers. Okay, so now for a little bit of a break from that, because that was a lot. We're going to go from one cipher to another. So we want to solve 2 other ciphers other than that number in the silly straws. And it is the alchemy cipher that we've seen many times before in the Book of Bill. And there's also the color cipher, which I think out of everything, now that we've solved most of silly straws, out of all of the ciphers ever in Gravity Falls, this color cipher is going to be the absolute worst. I've been told that the color cipher doesn't have, like, it doesn't, there's nowhere where it tells you the key. It doesn't give you like a font with the colors. It doesn't give you any sort of indication as to how to solve it. It's literally brute force. It's you just have to brute force it, which we can do. It's just going to be a big struggle, because there's something about symbols where you can easily look at them. You can kind of see patterns. It's a lot harder when it's literally just blocks of color. And with that one thing that we got at the end of the last website video, where it's literally just like flashing colors everywhere, that is going to be difficult to solve. That is ridiculous, right? So that's going to be a lot. I think today I can at least do the alchemy. I think we have enough information at this point to do the alchemy. And I think this is a good place to start as well. We had, above this, it said, I can still see. And then we have the alchemy. And then we have Journal 3 cipher, which says the eyes of. And then we have Theraprism, which is everyone I've. And then color, which I don't know what that means. So this is great because it's giving us one big code, which is a mixture of very different ciphers. So we've got a lot of context here, and we know that this alchemy cipher has to be in between. It's going to be something here. It's going to be a word between here a 7-letter word with the second and last letter being the same, and the context is I can still see blank the eyes of everyone I've. So is it like I can still see between? No, I can still see inside. I can still see the shadows of my room. I can still see. What's like a saying? In the eyes, between the eyes, through the eyes, through. I can still see through the eyes of everyone. Yeah, that. Everyone I've ever. Did I just solve it here and there? I can still see through the eyes of everyone I've ever. That's gotta be it, right? Oh, unless it's like iris. No, but it needs to be in the context of the sentence. Yeah, no, that makes sense because through. Yeah, that makes sense. Through is definitely right. That's definitely right because that's like something you would say. I see through the eyes. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. That doesn't contain through. God damn it, Ozone, you're so stupid. Through. It has a H here, it has a H here, which means the H is this cross thing. I can still see through the eyes of everyone I've ever. But I don't know. But obviously there's nothing below this, so it doesn't continue. So I'm confused about what that means, but I guess that's solved. So that's interesting. So this is through, right? I've set up this alchemy page because I want to collate my alchemy. So maybe I should just open this. I should do it like how we did Theraprism. I should open a Photoshop file and I should actually do this then and there. Let's do that. Okay, so the way that we did the Theraprism cipher, if you don't remember or you didn't see, let's just use like a simple. Oh yeah, a big text. I love big text, big thumbnail text. Okay, so we just did it like this. So we go through each of these, JKLM, and then because that's halfway through, we go NOPQRSTUVWXYZ. Let's make it a little bit smaller. About 30. Oh, I need to select it. About 30. There we go. Let's center it. And then bring it over here. Bring it all back now. Okay. Cool. So we know that this says through. Okay? Like Louis. Like Louis through. So this says through. So this is a T. Okay? Stick with me for a moment. That's a T. Oh yeah, we're going to be able to solve this for sure. We've got some good letters here. We haven't got an E, which is unfortunate, but we will get an E. We will. This is an R. And then O. We do have two vowels though. We have an O and a U. So this is a U. And then I wonder if there's a place where we will get the font for this. Because that's what I'm interested in. This is a G. And we already have a H. So that's those letters. So now what we do, now our plan is to find other places where there's alchemy symbols and just try to go off of that. This is the one example of it that I remember deeply. And I remember looking at this and being like, I don't know what any of that means. I don't know what to do with this. And I still, like, this looks horrible to solve. But we can do this. We can do this. You just gotta have determination. Undertale reference. let's just split it in half, and there's no good way to do this. Oh wow, that really doesn't help. That really doesn't help. I'm trying to think what would be an E here, and I'm thinking this could be an E. That looks very much like an E. You've got two E's up here, maybe. Even then, I don't know. This is a lot harder than Theraprism. And usually you shouldn't have to brute force, but obviously Alex Hirsch wants to give us hard, like really hard things, because he knows how on it the community is. So he's giving us really hard things to do. Let's have a look for another one, because I have no lead with that one. So there's not actually a lot of alchemical ciphertext in Book of Bill. And I'm trying to think if there was anywhere else on the website where we saw it, but I don't think there was. I am seeing this, though, in the eye on this page. We have this, and I know that that bottom one is an O. So I'm wondering if this says no or something. Like, it could be an N. NG would be here. Like, that could make sense. That would probably make that an I, which could come up here. Which would make sense. And that could be an I. I think that could be an N. N-O. Maybe. But, like, that is just a guess. That's completely just a guess. So, I don't know about that one. But are there any more? There should be more near the end, I think. There's no way it's just one alchemy cipher, unless I've just completely missed the others. Surely not. Alchemy cipher. Maybe that is it. No way. No way. There's only one? Nah, there's got to be more. I swear there were more. Am I just completely misremembering? There's only one? So I just have to guess. Right. Let's go out on a limb. Let's put some money on it. I think this is going to be no. I'm hoping that's going to be no. We will try it at like this, okay? We will try it. So that means that this symbol... Oh, frick. This symbol is an N. Okay. So that's fine. Then we can add some text, so that would be an N. Fine. Oh, and there would be an N as well below that. See, that makes sense to me. But what could this word be? If this is a 5-letter word. Anger. Anger? Ooh. Let's say that that's anger. What does that make everything else? That's an interesting question. Does that make sense? I don't think that makes sense. E-E-R-N? I can't think of any Piern. I don't think that makes any sense. English, in an English capacity. And then you have an R here. Thorough. This is difficult. Oh, it can't be an R. We already have an R. I'm stupid. This can't be anger. Guys, it's so warm in this room. I can't. We're going through a heat wave at the moment. So I've put a fan on. If you can hear the fan, I am terribly sorry. It shouldn't be too loud because it's quite far away, and it's on like power 1. It can go up a little bit more, but I'm fine as I am. I'm just trying to keep cool while I'm trying to solve this. It's given me a headache. It's... I just felt the need to restart. So we need to take this and notice how there are multiple words in this, obviously. And I don't know... Where's the split, right? Where's the split? I think it's this. So I think this is word... Why do I always have to do this Photoshop? I think this is word 1. This is word 2. Okay, and then this is word 3. I just feel like we need more. Like, we need more of these... of this ciphertext in order to actually solve this, but maybe not. So, I think it might actually just be easier if I write here, because... Yeah, okay, let's do that. So, I'm going to write in red. So, we know that this one is an R. There we go. Beautiful R. We know that this one... We don't know this one. This one. Okay, so only an R in that word. This is a T, so it begins with T, and it's got H. So that makes sense. TH something, something, something. We don't have this one. Something, 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 N. So what could that be? I actually can't think right now. 13. No. No, we need another letter. Oh my gosh. I thought 13 was it for a moment, and I was like, oh, I'm amazing. You guys wouldn't believe that this would be my first time decoding it. So there's an NG here, which is why I thought this was angry. I think angry makes sense here, but apparently not. NG something something. So the things that I'm seeing here, things that are popping out to me, is this symbol here. It's like a key without the hooks. It appears here, it appears here, it appears here. To me, this is saying that it's a vowel. Like, it could be an R, but an R, we've already got an R. So to me, this is saying it's a vowel. But what vowel is it? It could be an E. Because we got 2 that end in this letter. So I'm thinking it's an E. Because usually... I don't think you usually get... So A, you do get words that end in A, but not this common. E, commonly you get words that end in E. I... if you're Italian, maybe. O, if you're Spanish. And U, I don't really think you ever get words that end in U. So I think this has to be an E. We're going to mark it as an E. And we're going to see. You know what? Let's do it in a different color so that we don't get mixed up on what we know and what we don't. So I think this is an E. Similarly here, and that makes sense. It makes sense for it to be here as well, and it makes sense for it to be here. So I'm happy with that. But what is this word gonna be? The other thing is this has to be a vowel. This one right here. It's here as well. It's here, not that one, but the one above it. But what is this word? All I can think of is anger. But it can only be a certain, like, if this is an A, it's angb, anged, angle, angle. I think it could be angle. Let's triangle. So let's triangle. Get it? Angle. So if that's an A. This is an A. These two are L's. The Fallen. Is this 2 words? Oh, this could be the. That's the. So I'm pretty sure that this symbol is correct. The fallen angle. The fallen angle! As in like the fallen angel. We got it, we got it, we got it. The fallen angle. So, but what is this word? We actually don't know what that word can be. But we've got most of it. So, first of all, this is an A. Okay. This is an A. The glasses. This is an L. I'm so glad that we got that. So, L. This is an E. Big letter to get right there. Big letter. Big, dirty, stinking bass. This is an F. I'm pretty sure at least. I don't know what else that could be. The Fallen, the Zulen, the Sulen, the Poolen. I don't know. A, L, L, E, A, E. Okay. So that's all of them that we've got right now. So something, the Fallen Angel. Fallen Angle, sorry. Brave. I don't know what it could be. Oh my god, I just got it. Oh, sometimes you just need to sit there and stare for a little bit. Oh, I've got it. It's praise. It's praise the fallen angle. Ah, frick. Okay, my head hurts. Praise the fallen angle. Cool. So P-R-A-I. That's a cool symbol for I. Yeah. So, and also that does make sense, knowing where it exists in the book. It's right at the beginning. Praise the fallen angle. Okay. That's great that we've got that. And, oh, frick. And obviously, we don't have every letter here. So we, like, common ones are M. We don't have an M. We don't have a Y. We don't have a B, C, or D at all. The others are kind of like, eh. But we got the main things, and we got all the vowels from that as well. A, E, I, O, U. So there you go. That is the alchemy cipher. I hate everything. Now, we do have the alchemy cipher, which means we have one more cipher to go. And it's going to be a pain. It's the color cipher. So, how do I go about this? I think we just have to do it the same way. We just have to do it the same way. We know that we've got ever here. I don't even know if this is ever, by the way. I have a feeling this is ever. I can still see through the eyes of everyone I've ever killed, loved, hated, known. Like, I don't know if there's anything more to that, but I think that's the I think that's those letters. So we've got 3 letters. Unfortunately, one of them isn't very common at all, a V, but we do have an E and an R, which could be very useful. And if you have words, I mean, we could probably spot any those. So we could probably get a TH, and then we can get theirs, we can get these, we can get there as in THEIR. So like there is plenty of words you can build upon. It's like a big game of sort of Wordle in a way. It's like a big game of Wordle. And I like that. So I guess the good thing about the color cipher, if there's any good thing, is we don't actually need to like copy over any symbols and stuff. We just need the hex codes of the colors. And in this case, it's just red, brown, red, pink. But I have a feeling that there might be like multiple pinks and multiple browns or something. So we got to be careful with that. But all I can do, what I can do is I can put this to the top and lock it, zip it, lock it, put it in my pocket. Where's my shape tool? Oh, here it is. Okay. So here, I grab this red and I put it on E. Okay, so we know that E is red now. We know that E is red. Good. And then we rasterize. This is going to be a long day. We got this brown. We make that a V. We get this pink or violet or whatever you would call that. And we make it an N. Or ever. It's ever, isn't it? It's not even. It's ever. Okay, so there we go. So we have 3 out of 26 letters. Let's see if we can do anything with that. This is ridiculous. Oh my god. I actually, even though I kind of understand how this is going to work, it's going to be a substitution cipher, I still don't understand how it works. Like, how do I know what's a word and what's not? Oh, I've just realized the issue with all of this is it's all so connected. You don't know where one word begins and one word ends. So, for example, this first word of these 3 colors could be the, but I have absolutely no idea unless I know that that's a 3-letter word. Oh, God. The thing is, what I'm seeing, though, is I'm seeing grey, red, grey, red, grey, red. I'm seeing that over and over. So that is something that I could probably use. Let's see. I don't know if we actually found any other color ciphers in the actual book. I'm gonna go through and see. Imagine if the xylophone had a color cipher. But I don't think we ever saw another one, did we? We might have done. There also could be ones like ever, where it's just one word, but it could be so small is the thing. So I don't really know. So what I do remember is there was one in the exclusive Barnes & Noble's edition. Right here. Right? Messages on your TV. Oh, that's so tough, man. I don't have this version of the book, so I don't know if I can even solve this. Oh my gosh. That's hard. That is so hard. I'm not going to be able to solve this. I'm not. Like, symbols are easier because by taking pictures of them, you can still kind of tell what they are just by the shape of them. These are a lot more difficult because this picture that was taken has different lighting to this picture that was taken. So this could be red, but it also could be pink. It's like the dress, for example. Is it black and blue or white and gold? It depends on the light. Like, it depends on how you view it in terms of the lighting. It is actually black and blue, by the way. And all the people who say white and gold, you're trolling. You're trolling, man. Yeah, I have a feeling this isn't going to be a place to get things. So there must be another. There must be another somewhere. Right. I'll be back in 20 minutes. I'm going to go through page by page, looking everywhere, scanning for colors. You've got to be kidding me. Oh my freaking god. This is why Book of Bill is amazing, and this is why Book of Bill, yeah, there's always something more. There's always stuff that I've missed. That's a color cipher. Well, how? What? Why? How? How am I meant to? Okay, to be fair, this looks promising. And I say this looks promising because we already have these colors. Some of these colors. We're saying that this is an R and then an E and then something, 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 something R. But again, we don't know where one word ends and where one word begins. What is the context of this page? So he's saying, let's see. And then it's the covers. Too basic, too nostalgic, too preachy, too ravishing. Yeah, ravishing. Oh. So there's going to be something to do with the length of each color, right? Like maybe the smaller ones here are going to be the ends of the words. Maybe the longer ones could be the ends of the words. Maybe both. No, that wouldn't make sense. Or maybe... Oh, don't tell me different lengths of different colors can be different letters. Don't tell me. No, but because what we're seeing is... Like, if you look at the lime greens here, they are all the same length. If you look at these greens, they're all the same length. Even if you look at the dark greens, they're all the same length. These light blues, same freaking length. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to solve this. I don't know. Unless I have more to go off of. If I have more small clues like this to go off of, I don't think this is solvable. The thing that just aggravates me though is like... Wait. Maybe the long ones do mean the end of the word, because you can see here, this is definitely the end of a word. I don't know how many times I have to circle it. This is definitely the end of a word. 100%. Because it's the end of the whole phrase. Once again, here, end of the phrase, end of the word. A word isn't going to move down a line without finishing. Right? So I think the long ones might be the end of the word. But in that case, does that mean that an O is an... that mean an... what am I trying to say? Does that mean a yellow is an O? Could that mean a yellow is an O? So it's or... E... But also, like, what length constitutes the ending of a phrase? The ending of a word? My brain hurts. Right, the other one that I can remember is... Oh, wait! There's another two! There's another two that I remember. Okay, wait. I'm actually happy now that I remember that. This is one. So from Forget the Past. So we just need... Oh my god, it's going to be so hard to take a picture without the glitching. No. I don't know. I don't know how to do this. Can I copy... Oh, it's a video. It's a video. Save video? I can save the video? Wait. Look at this. I just saved the freaking video. That's so funny. Okay. So, here... I'm assuming these big ones along the side don't mean anything. This is also what we've got to work with. Oh no, what is that? To be fair, let's look at all the reds and see if we can find a the. I'm seeing light green before red, light green, violet, violet, violet. light green. Oh, if we can just have a T, then this is solved. This entire thing is solved. It's going to be a T which is going to solve it. Yeah, I have no idea for that one, actually. I'm going to hide that for now. But the other one that I remember was... What was it? Was it Theraprism? No, it wasn't that one. It was Blind Eye, I think. Society of the Blind Eye. Here we go. This could help us. Maybe. Oh, God damn it. I hate that. Oh, for God's sake. I've got to refresh. Okay. I love that. Blind Eye gives you that. Blind Eye. So, we take a screenshot of this. And then this. Oh, I hate everything. Also, is this a Caesar cipher? WKH Voodoo VHH. Let's try it. We know we can try every Caesar. Oh, go away! Why does it save to my desktop? I just want to copy it into this. I have to take so many screenshots for these videos, man. Okay. So, I didn't even want that. I didn't want that. Guys, I am breaking myself for this video. I hope that you're happy. Okay. WKH Voodoo VHH. WKH Voodoo VHH. I didn't even need the screenshot for that, but whatever. So, first of all, is it D? Yes! They'll all see! They'll all see! They'll all see! I think it's just saying they'll all see over and over. That's cool. So that's 3 letters back. Or 3 letters forward. Cool. So I'm glad that we solved that. Okay. So we have a word that begins with E here. So maybe it is the length thing, because this is a lot longer. This is long. This is long. So is it going to be a 9-letter word and then a 4-letter word? 2, 6. That makes sense. Also, this yellow is really interesting me, because we do have a yellow here. Granted, it might not be the same yellow, but I don't see why it wouldn't be. But then also here we got yellows that are... We got yellow... What even is this? Is this just like blank? Or is it like... I don't know. I don't know what that is. Yellow something yellow. Yellow something yellow. Like we got that twice over. Right. Let's write some stuff down based on what we know. So this is an E. Something... Dots, dot, 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 something, 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 something. E. R, maybe? I don't know if that's the same pink, but I'm just assume it's the same pink. Okay, why is everything being so slow? Wow, that's an interesting part here. I'm starting to think maybe these pinks aren't R's. No, they have to be. Maybe this isn't the same pink. Why is it taking... Oh, never mind. It's just behind the image. I don't know. I don't know. This is the first time in this whole thing where I've just been... I just feel like we have absolutely nothing. Like before, we've done brute forcing where we have very limited information, but this is on another level. We only have E, R, and V. And of course, this took the community a little bit of time to break, so it's going to take me a lot longer, I think, but I can do it. I can do it. Let's see. Based on the long blocks, let's cut off each word and just see each word by itself. Right? So there's a word there, here, And then this is a very long word. This can't... What is this? Maybe this is a blank. Because it's the same color as the background. But I don't understand why there would be long words and there would also be blanks. I do see a pattern here of yellow. Oh, yellow. That's not yellow. Yellow, blank, yellow, blue, green. Yellow, blank, yellow, blue, green. So these two rhyme, is what I would want to say. I just don't know what this could be. How could it be R-E-R-V? What word has R-E-R-V in it? So, like, I don't know. I'm gonna have a breakdown. What could the yellow be? Vision. Wait. Vision. Vision. There's something weird going on here, but could that be vision? I am willing to bet on it. I'm willing to bet on it. The reason I'm willing to bet on it is because we've got a V here and a V here just before this thing here. And I-S-I-O-N works so well. What is going on here? Are these two separate colors? I mean, they are technically different colors, but like I thought it wouldn't necessarily matter. You know what? Looking at it now, I don't even think any of those are R's. I don't think those are R's. I think maybe it's just a completely different letter. So let's get rid of the R's. I think maybe they are just something else. This is infuriating. I think it's vision though. I think it's vision. You know what? We've just got to go all out. We've just got to go all out. A big part of brute forcing is just... It's just going for it. It's just going for it. I-S-I-O-N. Done. I-S-I-O-N. Done. Vision. Television? No. that's really not it. Yeah. So, that means we can add to our colors. So we're gonna have a yellow. I think it's just gonna be a yellow, so it's just gonna be an I. That looks yellowy green, but that'll do. That'll do, donkey, that'll do. This is gonna be an S. The thing is, I don't know about the S. The S is confusing me. Why is that? I literally changed colors. What the frick, man? Okay, whatever. Oh my god, this is infuriating. Okay, that looks like a lot. And I think we've gotten somewhere, but I still don't understand. Like, there's a lot of places here where I feel like I still don't understand what's completely going on. So let's go back through each code. So we don't have that. It's a question of like, is this the same as this? I don't think it is. I think it's a middle blue. So this is an O, I think. Yeah, that's an O. This is an O. I just feel like this top one isn't going to help at all. Until at least we know, like, where each word ends. Is it like 2, 2, 2, 2, 4? Actually, it could be. It could be. Those two are not the same color. Oh, I don't like this, guys. Guys, this doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. Shoot. Shoot. The thing is, I was thinking that this was going to be like this, where it was one 2-letter word and then one big word to end. So I thought it was going to be like or something. But actually this is one big word, I think. And I think maybe this is 2 letters. So could this be irregular? How do you spell irregular? Does it have an A? Is this an A? Irregular. Does that make sense? Is it spelled with an A? I don't know. It is spelled with an A. Of course it is. I'm so stupid. I think that could spell irregular, which would be good with the triangle theme. Remember, this one appears... Where does it appear? It appears here. Irregular. I mean, it makes sense in terms of the whole book of Bill. I don't know if it makes sense in terms of this page, but I think it could say irregular. And I got that because I have an I and an R and maybe another R, and then I've got another R at the end. And to me, I can't think of many words with an IR that end in R, apart from like irritator or like, well, yeah, irregular. Yeah, I like that's the only thing it could be, I think, which is good. That's really good. Wait, but now I'm seeing it. This looks like this. No, I'm gonna cry. Okay, and tell you what, I'm gonna leave it there for now with that thought process, and I'm going to come back with a fresh mind and see if I can do the colors. This is ridiculous because it feels very subjective on what color is what color, and I think maybe it's just because I haven't been looking at my physical copy of Book of Bill. So I'm gonna do that next time we meet, which will probably be in a few seconds, but it won't be probably the same day as today. So I'll see you another day. Alright guys, I am back. It has been about a week and I have fully edited the video that you've seen up to now. And while I was editing and throughout the week, I've been thinking a lot about this, and I think I see something now here. So we were discussing this pink here, right? This pink does not look like this pink, but at the same time, I'm like, does it really matter? Thing is, the difference between this color code and these other color codes here is this one is from the website itself. This is the actual asset. The other two are photos of the book, meaning these have different lighting, they're variable, like what is the actual color, we're not too sure. But this one, these are the actual colors, these are the actual hex codes, and those are what we should be using. Also, I just realized, like, this eye color is not right at all. That is not right. So what layer is that on? I haven't really done this in a very good way, but yeah, this one we need to take like an actual yellow, like that maybe. That's really dark. Whatever. Let's just brighten it. There we go. Okay, cool. So I think my big idea here is we think that one of these could be an R, and I think it's this one. And I think this word is going to be supervision. Oh, wait, we have an S here. We have an S here. It's going to be supervision. So supervision. Very cool, very cool. Which means we have a U here. Euclidean! U. Yes, that's going to be Euclidean. I think. Euclidean. Yeah, it works. It freaking works because the I is the yellow as well. So that means this is a D. Do we have this color? I don't think. Oh no, this color is this is a P. What is this word? Euclidean depth. Oh, wait, I've got it. Human Department of Vision Supervision. So there you go. So that was, of course, the cipher at the bottom of the blind eye code on the website. So that makes a lot of sense. Euclidean Department of Vision Supervision. I mean, cool, I guess. Is there anything more to that? I don't know. It's just that's helped out a lot, though. Like I say, is there anything more to that? But that was very big for us because we now have irregular. We now have Euclidean Department of Vision Supervision. That's got us most of our letters, I think. So I'm very excited about this. We're going to end out this video by finishing off the color cipher and hopefully solving this code above. I know that some of these letters are completely wrong, so we're going to redo this part. But I think we have a lot of what we're missing. So this is what I want to say. Solving ciphers by brute force. I'm not going to say it's not difficult, but there's always ways you can do it if you've got multiple words and things like that. Because you can spot patterns. Like this big thing right here was a very obvious clue. Like as soon as you got that this was vision because of the double yellow, because you got that it was vision, you could then get that this was supervision, and then you could get that this was Euclidean, and then etc. Like it's not easy, but there's a certain step-by-step process that you can make that makes it a lot easier for you to kind of just brute force instead of you trying to solve this massive clue up here. Like I don't know what this is going to say at all. It must be something big, but it's quite a big code. I'm actually going to I don't know how this is going to work, but I'm going to try to shut my curtain because what's happening to me is I'm facing light right here, daylight. It's literally 10 in the morning and daylight is shining on my face and I'm trying to look at my screen and all the colors are kind of blowing together. I'm going to shut my curtains. I'm going to hopefully put another light on and we'll see what happens. You know what? And also they're blinds, not curtains. I've just shut my blinds and I thought it'd be really, really dark, like from the camera, but it's dark in my room, but it's not that dark from your perspective. So that's actually quite good. So let's continue with this and see if it helps out a little bit more. It won't help out with you, but it will help out with me. Yes, this feels a lot better. I can actually see the colors a little bit more clearly. Bit of a life hack for you guys at home. If you ever need to see colors more clearly, then just freaking sit in the dark. So we've got an L as well. There you go. And that is a dark blue. Thing is, I have to be careful here even. Oh wait, it's like an actual dark blue. So there you go. Because this looks like it's dark, but not as dark as this. So that's why I'm going to struggle a little bit with some of the colors and distinguishing between them. I'm not colorblind, I swear. It's just quite hard to determine what color was supposed to be what. So then we've got an A, which like it looks really close to an O, and it's not as close, but it looks still a little bit close to a G. So like it's hard to get it right, you know. but this is an A. It's a bit more of a saturated blue, I would say. This has got a bit more grey in it, I think. Maybe. It's a bit more purpley as well. I think this one goes more to the green side, but okay. And then an R we've already got. It's very violet. Although I'm just struggling because here like the color isn't distinguished that much. Like it looks very, very similar. But we're just gonna have to go with what we've got. We've got an E, we've got a U, we've got a C. So a C is here. And that is a purple. A Y is a nice little orange. A D is this kind of cyan grey kind of color. A P is a pink, as you would expect, I guess. A T is a more kind of rose sort of pink. There you go. This is one of my favorite colors, to be honest. I love that color. O, we've got F, we haven't got. That's also a pink /purple. Oh my gosh. It's so difficult, man. It's so hard. You guys in the comments are going to be like, there was actually a really easy way to do this, but you missed it entirely. But there you go. I think that's all the letters we've got. I think with what we've got, it's going to be a lot easier to solve the above. Obviously, H is probably the most common letter here still. So, and M is quite common as well. So, if we see any H's or M's, then I'm sure we're going to run into them. But we will know what they are, I think. So, let's get rid of this. And let's try our best to do what we can. If it comes to it, I'm going to take a picture of my own book with my own consistent lighting, and we're going to try to solve it with that. I'm already stuck. I think it's a T. It could be a T, a C, a P, an F, an R. I think it's a T. We're going to try a T. Ah. This is a the, isn't it? Is this a the? Because I see this is a grey, which is a D. But I think maybe it's supposed to be a H because this is an E. So I think the first word is the. We're gonna try that. This is going awfully already because that grey is so similar to that grey. H and D are so similar. Oh, this is impossible, man. This is so hard. We're gonna do it though. We're gonna do it. So we've got the, and then this seems to be an A. And then oh, that's so hard. Something. Oh, axolotl. Axolotl. Oh my gosh. AXOLOTL. But how do I know that that's the end of the word? I don't frickin' know. I thought it was the length of the colours, but maybe that's got nothing to do with it. So an X is another blue. Great, surprise, surprise. Although it doesn't seem to appear anywhere else, so that's fine. As you'd expect with an X. But I'm glad that we got that. So an X. So I think the seems right as well, which is good. I'm guessing, but I'm like making educated guesses here. That's a very nice blue. I like that blue. The axolotl. So we're up to this blue, but then there's a T, which is why I'm confused. Like, is this a new word? The axolotl, T, H, I, N. Ooh. The axolotl. So I think this is a new word. The axolotl thing. I would say thinks, but this is then. What is this? Is this a G? The axolotl... Okay, this is what I've got. The axolotl thingiazon Dave neon un. Right. So this is definitely not right. I'm seeing a few things here though. The axolotl... the axolotl... something... like goes on. I don't know. Something on. I think on is correct. So that's a good start. I think this is but. But cipher. Right? Because this is a pink, so it could be a P or an R. But cipher. I think that is cipher. Because it's going to be Bill Cipher, isn't it? So, but cipher. And I'm saying this is B as a guess. Which actually that's good because that would make this a B. And I think that N doesn't make any sense. Although B doesn't really make any sense either. Yeah, that doesn't really help. I'm thinking the sizes of the colours are actually just... it's actually just like for each letter. No, that doesn't make sense because these are all like squares. Like, see, look at the yellow here and then the yellow here. But the yellow here seems to be consistent with the yellow here, which is really weird. The N here seems to be consistent with the N here and the N here, but not consistent with that because it's a different color. I don't know. I'm confused on it. The axolotl, we're so close. The axolotl, something on, but cipher, something. Oh, I need to look at. I don't think Dave is correct. I think it might be have. That makes more sense because H and D are the same color basically. So it's have something. Let's look at... So I'm saying that this is an O and this is an O, but those are two separate colors. Are these two the same? I think they might be. So that would make that a G. So it would make this word begun. I think. Which makes sense because it rhymes with on. So that's that. What is this word? Have something begun. Just begun. Just begun. Oh! This is 2 letters. That's 2 letters. That's insane! That's crazy! You can kind of see the line here. Like, it's one of those illusions where you put your finger over it and it's 2 separate colors on each side. Okay, so there's 2 letters there. Cipher... Not cipher O. See, I thought it was a double O, but I don't think that's correct. What other colors could that be? It's a G, I think. Because we keep getting mixed up between the O and the G. But this isn't an O. This is a G. Right? Cipher gave. That makes more sense. Cipher gave. So this is so tricky to figure out. I think I'm doing it right though. We've just got to kind of get context clues and stuff and just work on it. Cipher gave. But what is this? What is this O? I'm really stuck here, guys. This has got to be have just begun, right? Have just begun. So have J. I mean, J makes sense for that because we don't have a J. But then how did we get G wrong? How is that an S? I'm sorry. How is that an S? But if this is an S, that means that this is an S. That means that this could be an S. I think that all makes sense, but how is that an S? I thought an S was like... I'm the most confused on an S, to be honest. I am very confused on what color an S is supposed to be. Because we saw here that an S is this... It just doesn't have a color. It's like transparent, basically. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I got lost like 2 hours ago in this video. So apparently that's an S, but it looks the same as a G. It looks even more similar to an O. I'm very confused, but I think I'm getting it. I think I'm getting there. Just begun. We've got something, right? The axolotl. What could this be? So then this O is supposed to be an S, which kind of makes sense. Ciphers. The axolotl something something, but ciphers something have just begun. Ciphers what have just begun? Gavo. Gavo. What could this be? A G or an S? It's got to be an S because it's have. Gaves. Games. Games. It's games. Games? Yeah, we don't have an M. We've got it, guys. We've got it. Well, we don't have it yet, but I think we've basically got there. So ciphers, games. That does look. Yeah, that looks not that similar to a Y or a V, so that makes sense that it's not a V. So I take my V. Oh, I could have just made my V. I could have made my V into an M like this. That would have been cool. It's like it was intentional the whole time. Something something, or the axolotl was something something, but Ciphers games have just begun. So is this G correct? Is this S correct? That S might not be correct. I'm going to take away that S. And I'm going to say that this is an S. I think it has to be a thinks. The axolotl thinks, which makes a K a black, because it can't be a things. It can't be a thing. Things. It's got to be a K. And unfortunately, that means that K is just going to disappear because it's black. See, it's just gonna. Yeah. You can kind of still see it. There you go. I've done it as dark grey as possible while you can still see the K. So the axolotl thinks something on, but Ciphers games have just begun. Oh, I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. So this O, again, it's the O's, the S's, and the G's that I just can't seem to distinguish. But I think it's the axolotl thinks he's one, which means that a W is this pale color that we thought the S was. So I'm very confused about that. I have a lot of questions about what the hell happened here and why this isn't a W instead of an S. How is this an S? I don't freaking know. I don't get it. I don't know. But apart from the J, Q, and Z, which I believe are the three least common letters in the English alphabet. Well, maybe an X is probably in there too, but J, Q, and Z. We've got every letter in this cipher, which is insane. We've still got a few of these to decode, but that is that one. The axolotl thinks he's one, but Ciphers games have just begun, so it's kind of like a, we're going to continue soon. Cipher isn't done here. Cool. Mild threat. I don't know who's writing in these color ciphers, but I assume it's probably Bill or maybe it's like a narrator. But there you go. There is the color cipher. So in this video, we've solved 90% of silly straws, or 75%, I guess you could say. We've solved the alchemy cipher, and we've solved the color cipher. And that's everything else in Book of Bill that I wanted to solve. Obviously, we had that whole debacle about the silly straws page and the number code on that. That must be the hardest code in this book to solve, because that is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't know how you're supposed to solve that. I think we had a guess, but I don't know if I'm correct there, because it didn't seem very obvious, and it just seemed like I was going out on a limb there, and it might not be correct, but it seems correct. Like, you've got the season 1, season 2, season 1, season 2, and you've got all the timestamps. Like, it makes a lot of sense. So I think that's correct. Anyway, there might still be things in Book of Bill that I am yet to even look at, find, solve, whatever. But I think that is the majority of things, meaning we've got maybe 1 or 2 more videos on the website to go, and which I'm going to record today, by the way. Today is Sunday, which is the day that this video is going out. So I'm going to record some more of that, and then I think we are pretty much done with the Book of Bill and the website and Gravity Falls, unfortunately. Which means we'll be going back through the series, etc. But yes, this has been a video for sure. It's been a very stressful video for me, and I'm very glad that I took some time between, I took a day between solving a few things, and then I took a week, and it's been healthy. It's been healthy. So thank you guys so much for watching this very video. I will see you soon for the next website video, but until then, peace out. I forgot what to say. Goodbye.